Having negotiation skills when talking HIV, STI, and pregnancy prevention is essential to setting up the FC2 for success. In this episode, we talk about the importance of negotiation, ways to negotiate for the FC2, and we hear from a youth-focused program in sub-Saharan Africa that has created spaces for young women and men to talk about sex and strengthen individual negotiation skills. I am Buhle Mabaso, and welcome to this masterclass on the FC2. Denise van Dijk is the president of the Global Public Health Sector Division of the Female Health Company. In this episode, she speaks about the importance of supporting communities to better understand the broader scope of programming the FC2.
The Female Health Company recognizes that a product alone will not solve the problem of STIs prevailing, HIV prevailing, or unplanned pregnancies occurring. And so we thought it was very important to make sure that education and programming accompanied the product. Now, we made sure that the training and education was very holistic in nature. And the reason for that is because the product does not stand on its own, especially in communities where women are marginalized on a daily basis due to their gender already. Just introducing this product won't empower them. It might give them confidence and hope and maybe a feeling of empowerment knowing that we designed this product specifically with them in mind and offering them that dual protection. But at the end of the day, if they're back in the bedroom or if they are trying to share their story with friends or family or community members and they're not well received in this, or their partner downright refuses to use the product or the female condom, then they still don't have what they want, and they still don't have the empowerment or the protection that the FC2 can offer. So we found it crucial to also make sure that we arm the women and men that we train with a toolkit or a little backpack of negotiation skills, training them on how to communicate, how to negotiate with their partner. When is the right time to bring this topic up? What kind of wording do you use? What kind of tone do you use? Also, what are some of the arguments that you can expect from your partner? What are some of the hesitations that he or she might have? And so what we really focus on is a piece of confidence and capacity building with those women and men we train as well, so that they can also negotiate on using the FC2 female condom when their partner isn't as convinced as they are from the start.
Judy Palmore is the Senior Education and Partnership Manager for the Female Health Company. In this episode, Judy shares lessons in assisting clients and partners negotiating for the use of the FC2.
FC2 and women, and how women negotiate the use of FC2 with their partners. I get this question a lot, and I work with providers who get this question a lot. How can I bring it up? Why are you bringing this up with me? What are the benefits? What are the advantages of the FC2 female condom? Sort of, what can this product do for me? And I love this question because this product can do a lot for you. For women to negotiate FC2 with their partner, let's just start by saying every woman is different, every partnership is different, and even with one woman, how she negotiates FC2 with partner A is different than how she negotiates it with partner B, and still different from how she negotiates it with partner C. So our job is to put as many tools in that woman's toolbox as we can so that she can negotiate regardless of the partner. With some partners, she's going to talk about how it's pleasurable for him. For other partners, she's going to talk about how I'm going to use the FC2 because I want to take the burden off you. I got this. You don't have to worry about it. Just lay back and relax.
Nomxolisi Malope Rwodzi is the Executive Manager of Love Life's Youth Leadership Development Program. Nomxolisi shares lessons from Love Life's work on FC2 across South Africa.
I thought that young people that were infected with HIV were mostly those that had been vertically infected through their mothers. But we were now seeing a new generation of young people that were starting to engage in sex in a very different world in South Africa, where, you know, sex was safe sex. It was no longer, there was no longer room for young people to explore and make mistakes and, you know, get away with not getting HIV infected as it would have been in the past, in the 80s or, you know, even earlier. So I think that that kind of, as a young person myself at the time, I was in my early 20s, I thought, this is real. This is a real concern, and this is something that we need to do something about as a country. And even as a young woman, I was a bit more cautious when I saw that. And I worked for an NGO that worked with orphaned and vulnerable children, most of whom were orphaned through HIV and AIDS. And I think that was also a reality check, because now we were having adolescent young people who were born HIV positive, who were starting to explore with sexuality, who were getting interested in, you know, girls and boys, and, you know, you needed to start thinking about how you talk to them about sex and how you talk to them about safe sex and what HIV is and how to keep themselves safe. And when we started the FC2 project, we worked only on the FC2 project in about 2011 at Love Life, funded by the UNFPA, where they brought in 500,000 female condoms into the country and gave them to us and said, start engaging young girls on this and get them to use it. And, you know, the communities that we work in are very sometimes traditional. Parents are not open to conversations around sex. They think 12-year-olds are too young to start talking about sex and how to protect themselves. So that was quite difficult to get into. And when we were in it, we learned from young girls that they don't always feel like they have the power to make the decision, because a lot of the times they have sex for the first time because the boyfriend's pressuring them to or threatening to leave them if they don't. Or there's a lot of peer pressure just generally among themselves as young girls in the community to start engaging in sex. You know, it almost felt like the decision to have sex was never really theirs. And the decision to carry a female condom pretty much depends on you making that choice. And there was always that the bridge where, you know, you had to make sure that the young person feels comfortable enough to make that decision and to keep themselves protected. So we tried a lot of things. We tried to make it very appealing. We gave them cool little cases to carry the condoms within their school bags. They obviously chucked the condoms out and replaced them with sanitary towels or handkerchiefs or whatever else they wanted to carry. But it got the message across, and they could start seeing, obviously, that they had a role to play in the safety of their sexual activities. And I think that what we've seen now, and when we go back and we talk to the same girls, is really an empowered group of young women who know that HIV is real and who know that they can keep themselves safe somehow. So chatting to young men in communities, when we did the FC2 rollout, we engaged young boys and encouraged them to try it for themselves as well, because we know that a lot of the opinions that girls hold about sex is also influenced by what they think that the boys expect. You know, whether or not boys think that it's acceptable for the girl to carry a condom without being labeled too forward or, you know, promiscuous or whatever, or whether or not the boy likes the female condom, were things that were very important to the young girls that we were working with. And so we engaged the young boys and asked them to try it out and to let us know what they think. And it was really amazing how positive their feedback was. A lot of them felt that it felt more natural than the male condom. A lot of them thought that it was nice that they were relieved of the responsibility to carry a condom, you know, that they didn't have to carry that responsibility on their own, but that the girl could do something about it. I think that there was also a lot more interest among both males and females about it being new, about it being something different, because a lot of them were quite used to the male condom. So this was something revolutionary for them. You know, it was keeping up with the trends and making sure that you know the latest thing that's out there. And a female condom was, for them back in 2011, the latest thing that they were exposed to. And the young men also spoke about, it felt like sex without a condom. It was nice that they could cuddle afterwards. There wasn't a rush to clean up and, you know, withdraw. They felt that they could bond with their partners a bit better. And obviously these are more your older younger males, so your 17 to 19-year-olds who are in committed relationships with their girlfriends, and felt that, you know, it's nice that it doesn't interrupt sex before, because we're now rushing to try and get the condom because the girl could put it on a few minutes before. It also doesn't interrupt sex immediately after, because you have to get up and clean up quite soon afterwards. So they liked that it was a bit more convenient, and it was quite a relaxed experience for them. And so when we spoke to the girls about what the guys had said, they were also suddenly like, oh yeah, it's quite cool. I mean, they complained it's not very convenient. It's a few more steps to put in than the male condom. And why must I do it? But when they heard that the boys love it, I think I definitely saw eyes in the room among the groups that I engaged with, of excitement and of feeling like, you know, if the boys endorse it, then it's something that's really nice, which is a good thing in this case, but it's not always a good thing, because it tells you a lot about how the dynamics of gender come into play in sexual decisions that young people have to make.
Love Life, a long-time organizational ambassador of the FC2, with support from UNFPA, engages in many forward-thinking and cutting-edge campaigns to empower young people to make lifestyle choices that protect their health and well-being. One particular tool is using video mashups. This is a YouTube video that Love Life youth advocates put together to stimulate conversations around the FC2. Videos like this support not only dialogue, but also give young people ideas and tips to use in negotiating protection with their partners. We hope you enjoy it and are inspired by it. My name is Buhle Mabaso, and thank you for watching.
Female condom FC. No HIV, no babies.
Foxy up your mango and get your foxy on. Your foxy what? Your foxy on and get your foxy on. No gonorrhea, so put your FC in. Your FC in. So get your FC in. Feel it?
My female condom.
It's about my future.
Feel it?
It's about my future.
My female condom. Give me some foxy. My female condom.
You've got the power to protect your soul.
That was pure magic, baby.
Love life. Love life. Make your move.
The FC2 is available in these countries across the globe. For more information and to learn more about how we can support you, visit fc2femalecondom.com.